Welcome back everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw a raven. And yeah, the equipment we're going to be using today is a Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil. Any pencil will do, and then I've got an eraser here, and then we're going to finish the drawing off using some pens. So get out some pens, whichever ones you have on hand will work fine. And with that being said, let's begin with the outline. So our raven drawing is going to be facing to the left, which means like the beak is going to be pointing that way, which will make it easier for those of us who are right-handed. And I apologize to the left-handed subscribers out there. But yeah, let's start off by doing the outline. So we're going to have the beak, the beak is very large. The beak is almost the size of the head. The head of the raven is quite small. So draw a little circle there for the head. Ravens are different than crows, and they have like a cool little beard here. So let's put that in. It's going to look like almost like a hunchback. It's got like the wings are sort of pulled up to make it look like it's got its shoulders scrunched. It's got large wings. It's got a long tail, which when it's spread out is actually like a diamond-shaped tail. Crows only have like a little, like regular flat tails. Ravens have a much cooler tail. And then let's go ahead and put the legs in and the feet. And I haven't decided what I'm going to have the raven perched on. You could have it on somebody's hand, on anything really, like on top of a sword, which sounds like a cool idea, so I might do that. This is just going off script pretty much. I wasn't planning on doing this. But yeah, you could just put like a sword or something. It could be anything. It could be a branch. But I might do like a Viking sword, something cool like that. Alright, but we're going to leave that on the back burner until we finish our raven drawing. So let's put in the eye. The eye's going to be right about here. The eyeball. It's going to have little eyelids. Then the beak. It's going to have some feathers on it. Then put the bottom beak like so. Yeah, there's some big long feathers here, and there's a bunch of little ones at the start. But actually at this point I think our outline looks pretty good. Might even want to start with the pen right away. So get out your favorite pen. I'm going to be using my Arteza pens, but yeah, any pen will work as I said earlier. And let's start with the beak. So let's go ahead and put that center line separating the upper and lower beak. Then do a second line. And here's where there's going to be a little bit of feathers on top of the beak. I'm making sure to get my hand out of the way because I've gotten a lot of comments of people saying that my hand blocks the drawing. So I will try and remember to keep my hand out of the way. And this pen's also not working, so I'll switch it out for another one. Yeah, the bottom beak is actually not too small, so let's make it a little larger. I think ravens eat bugs and crack nuts with their beaks. Their beaks are very strong. And I think ravens also scavenge, it's the same as crows. Let's go ahead and make this bottom jaw a little darker, because as you guys know, ravens are like completely black. They're really cool to see because they're actually like the size of a hawk or larger. They're much larger than a crow. Now let's go ahead, well, let's put the eye in right away before we do anything else. So put the little lid on top. And the eye is going to be pretty much black. Might leave a little white spot to show that the eye is shiny. And here at this point the feathers are all quite small. So I've also gotten requests in the comment section that you guys want me to draw like some feathered dinosaurs and stuff, but since I don't really like drawing feathered dinosaurs, I thought might as well just do like a bird tutorial. So if you guys want more bird tutorials, I will be happy to do them. I think birds are really cool. And I know there's a lot of people out there who also like birds, so. Okay, so here the feathers are almost just like fur, so you want to just do a lot of little strokes. You don't have to actually draw each separate feather by itself. Okay, so here we got to the beard part. So we're gonna put a beard. It's not exactly a beard, but it's a bunch of like feathers on the throat that appear like a beard, and like take the ravens a level above the common crow. I have this friend and she likes crows better than ravens, because I think she did a report on crows or something, and that's why she likes them now, because she thinks they're really smart. But crows are or ravens are basically like crows on steroids. They're better than crows in every way possible. They're smarter, they can soar, they can do more aerobatics in the air. And they just look cooler too. They have a longer beak. And they don't make that annoying caw-caw sound, you know. So here we're going to begin with the wings. It's got some of the wing pushed back, but then it looks like it's got some weird fur right here, but I'm not sure where that's coming from, but we'll just draw it anyways. So we're going to draw this weird fur right down the middle here. Then all along the breast, we are going to, the breast and the belly, it's going to have these semi-big feathers that are going to be on the spiky side. So we'll go ahead and put those in. But yeah, nothing complicated. This is actually easier than drawing dinosaur scales, because you can do the motion a little easier, like up and down, up and down. It's easier than doing circles. My pens are all like out of ink. This is crazy. Yeah, Raven's already looking quite lifelike. And I think before we do the wings, we should go ahead and do the feet and the legs. So the feet shouldn't be too hard, especially if you're a seasoned dinosaur artist. So it's going to have that one back claw, back talon. Well, it's not exactly a talon, they have smaller claws than eagles. And then the rest of the toes are going to be gripping around whatever you choose to draw that the raven is resting on. It's going to have two legs. I think it's customary for ravens to have two legs, and therefore we're going to have two back claws. So don't worry too much about the feet, it's a minor issue. Most of the time they're covered up. So next let's work on the wing. I say wing because we can only see one of them. So the wing has got like several layers of feathers, and they're all different types and sizes. So here they almost look like scales. They're like armor, you know. That looks pretty cool. Here they are almost more like the feathers we see up here. So I think ravens even live like in Nordic countries like Norway and stuff like that. So they have to have really thick feathers to keep them warm in the sub-zero degree weather. Yeah, comment below if you've actually seen a raven in the wild, because I think they're quite rare. Crows are like super common, but like ravens, I think are not. Like a lot of people don't even know what a raven is. Okay, so here is where we get those huge, long feathers that look really cool once the raven has its wings opened up in flight. So I'll get my hand out of the way so you guys can copy that real quick. But yeah, these are like overlapping each other. And I think I might have drawn them a little too spiky. They're more like rounded at the end. So So I'll just try and fix that real quick. And then here, yeah, there's like a bunch of fuzz. It's kind of weird. It's got like furry type feathers. So we'll put those in. And you might want to just like, I don't know, add some color to each of these individual feathers. But that might just complicate it, I don't know. Make it look. We want people to be able to distinguish each feather from the one next to it. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I think all we have to do next is the tail. And the tail is actually not going to be as long as I drew it. I think it might just go right about to this line there. So here the feathers are, you can see them quite easily, so let's just draw the line of each feather to start off with, like so. So draw your lines like that, and then if I can find a pen that has ink, I might just resort to a regular office pen. But yeah, once you've done those lines, you can take your pen and just draw the little micro hairs coming out of each feather. Like so. So there's one. And I'll just continue this. Not sure if this is the best way to do it, but I'm still learning. This is like one of my first bird tutorials, I think. Honestly though, like if you guys show this to your mom or whoever, they're probably going to think it's amazing, no matter how you draw the feathers. But again, you want people to be able to distinguish each feather, so that's why I'm going to darken some of these lines. But the funny thing is, like, the raven's feathers are such a mess anyways, that if you make a mistake, it's not going to be very noticeable. People think it just looks organic, you know? It's going to blend in. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. Very satisfied with our overall picture. I might add one or two more feathers up here and add a little bit more to the back and shoulder. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to do some simple shading to help separate the different sections. So now we got the wing looking like it's above the tail, which is the purpose of shading. Yeah, you want to make it look more 3D. The legs especially, you can draw very dark, because very little light is going to be reaching the legs. Maybe just add a little bit more darkness to the beard here to make it stand out a little bit. The beaks are actually quite dark, but I left it kind of light here just to make it look shiny. Because if you drew the raven just completely black, it would not look too good. Alright, so I think we're done with the raven. So you guys can, those of you who just came here to draw the raven can leave now. I'm not kicking you out or anything, but I want to draw like a cool sword that the raven is perched on. So I'll go ahead and do that. But let me get my hand out of the way for a second so you guys can finish up your raven. So you can pause the video and do that. Now I'm going to go ahead. This might be more like a I guess it's a sword. I was gonna say it might be a dagger, but it could be a sword. I'm gonna do like a cool design on the pommel. Maybe like a little Celtic knot or something. And feel free to be creative. I always feel like I enjoy myself the most when I'm doodling. And if you guys would like me to see your raven drawing, then you can tag me on Instagram. My Instagram is Danny the Dinosaur Drawer. It's pretty simple. It's all typed together. I have a link to my Instagram, I think, in the description of this video. Ravens are pretty cool because they appear like in the Hobbit and in Norse mythology. I think the two main ravens in Norse mythology are Hugin and Munin. They like travel around the earth and are like eyes and ears for Odin. So this is no doubt a Viking sword. Alright, I want to add something cool to the edge here. A little spike that goes down like so. When drawing a weapon, you should try and make it very symmetrical, so do the same thing to both sides. Just making some things up as I go here. I have no reference image for this, I promise. Let's see what else we could do. I sort of want to make it look like almost like a tribal weapon. Something a little bit more primitive. Because although the Vikings were like really skilled in some ways, I think it was still like early Middle Ages, so we didn't have the armor and weapons that people had in the Middle Ages, like the height of medieval times. And there were like knights and everything. I think that's when armor and weapons got quite advanced. The Italians and Spanish were making great steel. But yeah, this is a Norse blade. And we'll just do some hatching on one side of the actual blade to make the other side look nice and shiny and sharp. Also going to add some shading to this side to give it more of a three-dimensional look. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out my little channel, Denny Adventure Vlogs. Right now I'm just going to sign our drawing next to our sword. And yeah, I'll be really interested to see what you guys did for this tutorial. It was definitely not a classic Danny the Dinosaur Drawer tutorial, but I think it was quite fun. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.